What's going on, everybody? Are you ready for Monday Market Open? I know I am, but I must admit I just got here in time. But first, the intro. Let's get it done, guys. What's happening, everyone? Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone out there around the world that is ready for stock market open, crypto market madness, and everything else that's going on this week. And look at this man. Look at the J Powell. This is where we've been looking over the weekend. 60 minutes, he came out. He's like, don't worry. I'll use all the tools. I will use the tools. It's all good. The market is happy, it seems. Well, kind of. We'll talk about that and more. We also have some other big news. What is going on? Alibaba shares jump after record antitrust fine by China. $2.8 billion fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Really, what this means is it's all back to normal. They've had their spat, and now we're ready to go back to some kind of normality. And people will say, oh, well, how can the stock be up after this? It's because really this is now saying you're fine to do business again. We're not going to necessarily push everything else into your competition's door. So this is pretty big news here. Here's pretty big news. Then we go through, don't fight the Fed. Of course, Goldman says these stocks can benefit. Just before we get started, well, this is breaking news. We need to check this out. Let me break this down for us. Where are we? I haven't looked at what they've said. Don't fight the Fed. Okay. So they think you should buy tobacco. They think you should buy Blizzard. Okay. I like Blizzard, but I don't like them that much anymore. They think you should buy Procter & Gamble, Adobe, good company, okay. Oracle, Etsy, and Dollar General. I'm not even going to read Colgate. But these are the stocks that they want you to buy. Interesting. Let's scroll on over to the charts. Actually, a few of my charts might not be loaded. There we go. What happened on the weekend? BTC broke past 60,000. Let's say a quick hello to the chat, by the way. Let's scroll through here. Who have we got? We've got so many people coming through. Did you guys enjoy the new memes? Thank you for sharing them in the Discord community. Quick shout out. If you have not joined the Discord community, at least get into the public one. Where are you? We need you in there. I'll spam the link. Come on in now. Here we go. There we go. That one's good. Legendary intro, says Thomas Watton. Thank you so much. Use those tools, Daddy Powell, says Rocktopus. Pretty much that's what it's happening. 41.20 on the close there for the US 500, or that's where it's about to open, down 0.04 at this stage, down 0.016 on the NAS. Morning, everyone, says Scott Garnham. Good morning. What's good, Mr. Tom, says John Barnett. Hello, John. Good to have you here. And, of course, all the mods, all the members of the community, and all of the Diamond Hands, the Stonk Squad, and the day traders. So let's go through what actually is happening here into the pre-market. First up, BTC. I'm actually going to load BTC straight away. We are through. That is right. We are officially higher above 60,000 at this stage. And I want to just zoom in on these dailies because this is hilarious. Let's have a look at these dailies quickly here. So you have a daily close that is 60,000 60,000 yesterday. Now you've gone higher today and you're trading at 60,435. And this is the third time it's tried to break out. I'm going to have a look at the 8 hour in just a few moments. Let's go to the 8 hour here quickly. The 8 hour is actually through, and notice how our magical level here, the previous body closes, is again the strongest zone for us to be looking at. So this is the zone here that we should be looking at. Check it out. We've got resistance, resistance, support, support. It's been purchasing off this pretty nicely. Nice little wick coming out here. This is going to close in 3 hours, 52 minutes. It's looking very nice indeed to go for the next level and to go for a new high. Double resistance at the 61,224. That's actually around the body. And remember what we say, the body is the key of the closures here. So I'm actually thinking BTC much longer. What do you guys think this week? Give me your predictions this week for Bitcoin. I thought it would get to back to 60,000, crack 60 on the weekend. It's done so. Now the real volume comes in. All the players are in order. We've got all the contracts trading again. We've got all of the big guys coming back in and waking up on Monday morning. They're like, whoa, we didn't check the charts on the weekend. Bitcoin 60,000. Let's take that to the moon. What do you guys think? Resistance has become support, says NOSA 1084. Exactly. This is good news for crypto holders. Very good news. The big one goes, the rest start to follow. Ethereum 2150. ADA 131. Ooh, who got on that one? 122 break. We'll take a look at that one as well very soon. We've got Dave, Verified News, getting the party started here. US $2. Just wishing you a good morning. Thank you so much, Dave. I hope you do as well as you can this week. Nosa says, what is the name of this song, man? It is Racy, I think, or Rassy or something like that. Through the Money. The song is not that great. Okay, I'm just gonna warn you. The song is not that great. It's more about that middle beat, and it's amazing. Verified News, more than 60,000. Number one draft pick, 64K. Welcome to the 820 viewers already coming in Monday. You guys are keen. 62,000 here, PP. Remember, hit that like if you can. It does help us out. If BTC doesn't hit 65,000 by the end of the day, I owe Johnny $10. Is that true, Roctopus? You guys doing some kind of like derby in there? We got Harry in here. Tesla bull. Harry, I want to see, what is your prediction for Tesla this week? Give me the prediction, Harry. Harry's all over the most bullish cases for Tesla, and I need his top prediction for this week. Let's see if we agree with that prediction, but I would love to have it, Harry. Tim Van Leeuwen says, love your streams, learned a lot. Can you take a look at Snapchat? Yeah, we maybe can do that a little bit later. Let's just do some crypto here, then we'll get stuck into our markets. So resistance, thank you again, Dave, for getting those donations started. 60,000 hit, moved above. We've got the resistance here now, which is the exact same close on the 8 hour. This matters. You know, you might think, oh, well, you know, you're just pointing out things that are like, you know, obvious now, Tom. We kind of were thinking about all of these levels before this occurred. Now we're thinking 65,000 plus. So we're thinking that 65,000. I think that's where we start to move towards this week. But it's more important what it's doing to the actual alternatives or the alt currencies. So we had XRP go mental on the weekend. It got above $1. It came back down. It then moved back up, and now it's trading at 136. Let's see if we can find a moving average that this is starting to flow off. Is there some kind of moving average that it's following through this run? Is there no madness or anything working out? I would say there's no real moving average this thing's following. It's following pure hype and speculation, because which was the best moving average that we went into the weekend with? The 4 hour, based on all of this, and we haven't met it. What might happen this week though, we come back down to the 4 hour. We've already touched it once. We've found some buying pressure. Maybe we'll find some further buying pressure on XRP. This is getting a little scary. I mean, it's obviously halfway to where I kind of thought it would go after the SEC stuff really ended. I thought it would go to around $3 to $3.50. At this stage, it's sitting about $1.36, and it went as high as $1.49. It points time and time again why, if your aim is $1.50, what are you going to do? You're going to take it about $1.48, and you'd be a crazy crack to not do it at that point because this is the time and the place that you should be doing it. Let me just see if this is important. Nope, that's just some information about certain stocks moving. So I quite like the fact that XRP's done this. However, ADA I thought was the best technical. And guys, if you weren't looking at this, where were you on Friday? Where were you last Thursday? Where have you been on the stream? You've got to subscribe for this type of stuff. This is pretty amazing. This was great TA that the community did together. It was basically talking about this 122 zone, specifically talking about the dailies and the closures. Now, we actually got a daily close last week on this one. So the 122, look, we got a little daily close up here above the 122, but we were trapped in there and we went down to the 8 hours. We were talking about the 8 hours and we're saying, okay, look at these 8 hours. Let's see how they're interacting. We got a new bullish close. This was what I was looking for. 123 reached on the weekend. Then a little bit of scariness. It pulled back. And many people here would be like, I'm scared, man. I don't know why you're scared. It barely went back, but some people would say they're scared. And then the rocket ship that took off. And this is a nice little percentage. It stops again here at the 133. These lines haven't been changed since the weekend. So you got a nice little 10% of there. But I think there is even further potential in ADA. I think 147 seems to be on the horizon, especially if we get a nice closure. I mean, we've already had a closure above the last body. Important. Look where this closure is, though. Why is it here? Sneaky closure over here. Wicks don't matter as much as closures. It's closure, closure, closure. The close is the key. Drinking beer, Tom, says JJ Crypto. That's good. I mean, I'm drinking water because, you know, I'm a bit of a sook, but it is also 10:13 at night for me. On a Monday, I can't be getting started like that. Mods are quick today, says Chronically Sam. Mods are pretty good. They're ready. They're ready for this week. Harry says, anyone selling the XRP ratio to BTC is still lower than below the SEC inquiry. It's a good stat there, Harry. I like that stat. Valid stat to be using. Ratio before the SEC to now of BTC. It's a very good stat. In fact, I'll bring it up. But ADA up to 147. Let's have a look here. See, I like it when people bring up things that make absolute sense straight away. So if you look at XRP to BTC, we go over here. And then this is before that whole SEC kind of thing happened. And you can see where the ratio spiked to. Previous supports, actually, resistance. Not that that meant that much, but still, whatever. This is where the spiking happened. So if you're thinking about, hey, if XRP was to go back to some kind of normality, let's say it wasn't going to find any more strength, which it should be finding more strength, but let's just say it was going to keep the same ratio, which is a totally fair scenario. When you were down here, what was your best case? Something around this zone. And therefore, this is where Harry there is actually saying it could get to. I like the ratio work that people are doing in crypto. Ratio work works in Forex, it works in stocks, it works in sectors, it works everywhere. So I like that a lot. It makes a lot of sense. Here we go. Harry Chu, the auto industry's best quarters are Q2 and Q4. GM and Ford are closing plants in Q2. Tesla will be fine, but the manipulation will continue until Ford and GM fall off due to poor fundamentals. All right, so there's no real opinion here. There's no real opinion. A few people messaged me about Palantir, saying, Tom, what's going on with Palantir? Yeah, we'll check it out very soon. So XRP, BTC, a good chart to be looking at. ADA had a very nice little trade chart there. Link, another one that we cover quite regularly on the channel. 3287. Yeah, it's a bit boring at the moment compared to the others. It is moving up. I think Link can still move towards the 40. All of the pattern work is done here for it. So if we have a think about the support, we have a think about the resistance, and we think about these levels up here, this channel or this range that's been caused is now broken out. So if we take that distance and we say, how's it interacting? Is it interacting technically here? I would argue yes. It's fallen off. It's bought instantly. It's fallen off. It's made a series of higher lows, which I'm all a big fan of. You know, I'm a big fan of these things. And then we change this. We take it out and bang, straight in the 40. So I still like Link. I don't know if it's my kind of longer term kind of hodly coin. Maybe some people it is, not maybe for me, but it does look quite good. Let me just load up the Webull. Let me get that open. Get the Weeble ready with the speculation and everything that's going on here. Oh, that is nasty in terms of the... Let's have a look here. What's the pre-make it? Whoa, pre-make it. Afria. Tilray. Oh, I'm going to bring it on screen. Wow, look at this. Afria down 9.89%. Tilray down 8.15%, guys. That's some big ones. Of course, GameStop continuing to slowly fall off after we broke through that big support last Thursday. Friday was a pretty bad day for it, and it's continued to show weakness. I mean, we've basically had multiple days of weakness here. It's not that bad this morning, but 0.32. But these weed stocks certainly getting hit. Palantir pre-market very strong, 2.54%. Yes, I saw it. We talked about Palantir last week. Sid, are you out there? Moderator Sid, what are your thoughts on Palantir now? You said yawn last week. It wasn't that boring, hey? It did move up. That's why sometimes the technicals do make sense on some of these. So Palantir had one of the better technicals. We have to reset this, it looks like. Let me just quickly reset it. 23 billion is the scan that I usually do for the community. And I usually use just negative 100 on the EPS and positive 100. This just gets me some big companies so we can check out all the big ones that most people care. Link that up. Pre-market here, what have we got? We've got Baidu down 2.13%, and probably on the big side is going to be Alibaba 6.31% to a 237. Still quite cheap on the charts. We'll take a look at it very, very soon. Match Group 2.17, Tesla 1.49, and then the rest of them. So things like all of the other stocks kind of just basically green. On the red side, as I said, Baidu, DoorDash, Splunk, those ones. Welcome to the 1,200 people coming in here for Monday Market Open. Thank you so much for joining us. We are just over 1 hour, 10 minutes away until the market does open. PLTR has a Catalyst demo on 16th of the 4th, Bradley Back says. Yes. So Catalyst is cool, but on top of Catalyst, we have a few other very nice things that have occurred. So let's talk about them now. Firstly, we had finally a bullish day. This was a very big sign for me that things were getting better in Palantir. We had a little bit of a volume increase. We've had a decent volume increase that came off actually the Friday session. That's moved up, and we got above 24, the horrible level of 24, the Spectre. It was unable to get above this for quite some time. Remember, all this looks like to most people, this looks like just red days that don't mean anything. To me, it tells me a story of gap ups and fails to hold. And what does that mean? It means retail is trading it and no one else cares. Because retail are buying it in the morning and then everyone's like, ha ha ha, take the money from them, expire the contracts, make it worthless, that kind of thing. So retail were purchasing in the morning, and by the end of the day, they were taking profit, they were selling, they were getting out. So that's what these kind of candles are showing me. Also, such a negative looking candle here with a positive rejection of that zone. This is basically a shooting star style candle, a pin bar. It's not a very big popular one or anything like that, but it's come down to a point of previous resistance, which I talked about, which is acting as support, and then it's moved up. So this is a strong move. I think we could get new highs here today. Pre-market's already seeming to predict that in the pre-market, 2460. You know what that means. That means back to potentially to the 28. So now we enter more the participation phase for Palantir into that catalyst event. The 16th of April is the catalyst, it sounds like. So therefore, we've got, 4-ish days until that catalyst. It's very buy the rumor, sell the fact. Do you guys think that Palantir is buy the rumor, sell the fact? That's the way I kind of think about it. It's pretty interesting stuff. PLTR is risky. Well, everything is risky. It's all about whether you're prepared to put in, like if you put all your money in one stock, you're mad. If you put a percentage down and you know that it can go underneath, 20, or it's going into news or something like that, or it can go to 10 or whatever it can go to, then you're making a more informed decision. We've got Hang Fam coming in with $5 saying your views on the FTSE 100. Yeah, we'll check that out in just a few moments. A lot of chatter about PLTR again. Yes, exactly. Gravity Falls. A lot more discussion going on about it. DG says, good morning. Very much. Thank you. Good morning. Sack Honda Highlight says Monday needs a hype intro. Smash the like button. That's right. We need to get to 500 likes. We're at 249 right now, but soon we will be there because of you guys being so awesome. I've been in Airbnb since 2009, says PP. I like Airbnb. Oh, BNB. Sorry. Binance Coin. We'll check out Binance Coin maybe later. All right, let's now do this one. So this is the FTSE 100. For anyone that doesn't know what this is, it is the UK top 100 companies. Obviously, that is therefore an indice, which always excites me. There's nothing wrong with looking at other countries' indices. It's worthwhile always investigating them. The best way to do it is to do something like this to get a bit of an idea. Now, this is not much data because I'm just using a currency.com futures. It looks like I'd probably spot here, but it's enough for me because I'm only going to be looking more at the previous price here. So we've got 6896. So firstly, what are we going to say? 7,000 is a key psychological. We know it is. It's always going to be. It's always going to do what before that? Usually sell off a little bit because it's about to hit a key psychological. It stops before it sells off. That is what it did in this case. We then go over to the weekly. We've analyzed that pretty well so far. We've got a 20 moving average. I'm not sure if this is going to be an accurate 20 based on, it should be actually, because it's only based on last 20. So this 20 moving average picked it up. So we know that weekly 20 is good. Weekly 20 is usually pretty good. We also know that last week it closed a little bit higher than the previous closes. So if we think about this, what point? Showing us some more bullish intentions potentially for the future. Then we scroll down to the daily. And this is probably where I see this chart getting a bit more exciting. So the reason I like it more is this zone here. This zone here is very strong. 6,800, a previous resistance, coil, breakout candle. Very strong trade here for day traders. That's a great candle with the flow-on effect. Very nice. And now it pulls back. Now, if it continues to find weakness throughout this session, throughout the next couple of sessions, what happens if it gets here? It hits a 20 moving average on the daily, and it finds what I call a 1, 2, 3, pretty much 4 line. And this is going to be a strong line that I would expect buying pressure to come off, or at least bulls to reintegrate themselves into the market at that stage. What do you guys think about this chart? It's not bad, actually. It's not bad. So that's my thoughts here, Hang Fam. I think that above 7,000 will be strong, but I particularly like the 6,800 zone. All that resistance, all those higher lows coming through. You can even get a trend line on the bottom of these coming in through the wicks. It's just a very, very nice chart right now. Some of the companies in there are a bit strange, and a lot of them are recovery style company plays, so be careful there. But yeah, nice. It's nice. FOMO kicking in for BTC, 65,000 by the end of the week. Yeah, BTC should have some FOMO coming into it, but just in general, these the side stocks, all of those others are moving quite heavily here. They are moving quite a lot up. Let me just make sure, why are these all outdated? Not sure why all my charts are not working with the correct ones on there. Oh, well, doesn't matter. We don't need them today anyway. So we'll go back over now to some others. Let's have a look here. We've got Snap that I said we'd do. UK reopening will be good for the bulls, says Mountain Fortress. Absolutely it will. Yeah, UK reopening will be strong there. Snap, this is the chart. Strong recovery at resistance at this point. Will find probably some selling pressure somewhere around here. Main reason, bullish closes. It hit it on the Friday session. And that's a very, very strong recovery. I mean, you're talking about, wow, there's some big gains to be had in the market at the moment. That is a huge recovery. 33.47% from the bottom. Is that right? From the bottom up to the top. I mean, I didn't personally take this one, but what a technical zone. Previous support, previous support, previous support, support. And this is actually what happens in most crashes, okay? This is what happens in most crashes. Markets go down. This is a hyper stonk, so that's why it moves more. It goes up, and then you think that's the recovery. And this is what happened last year. You think that's the recovery, and then it just dumps again just to take out every stop loss, to really put the pressure on leverage and to take that double, it's like a double pump kind of fake. That's what they're doing here. And then it pushes down to the true level, usually overextends a little bit underneath it, takes out the little stops underneath here, doesn't close below them, and then moves off strong. So Snap's actually looking, well, it's looked very good, but little double bottom here on the smaller time frames. I'm sure it's in there. Let's have a look at the 1 hour. Yep. Little double bottom, the correct setup as well. Very aggressive right side, perfect. Little consolidation above. Oh, it's a good chart. It's a good chart. I kind of wish I looked at Snap. I just don't really trade it. But what a recovery. What a recovery. Carl, US $5. Ever looked at Wave Tech trading platform from Kendall? Uses TA and price pressure momentum for stocks, ETFs, indexes, spots, and Russell, etc. Is that like an ad, Carl? Nah, I haven't. I know of the person, but I haven't really looked at it. Look, TA and price pressure momentum for stocks, ETFs, and indices. Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of different ways of doing stuff. And there are different methods, and different methods do work. The way I like to look at it is what you're trying to do is you're trying to trade psychology. And if you read the charts, I mean, in essence, what you're doing is you're putting volume together, you're putting a few indicators together, you're putting price action and that momentum story together anyway. So you don't really need any other fancy stuff if you don't require it. Some people like to go through that. It puts you down like this rabbit field sometimes, where if you're using like algorithms to tell you things, I guess the way I look at it is if they're telling you something, then you've got to relearn it, and then you become very reliant on those figures. So it depends how you interpret them. But no, I haven't personally used them, Carl. May work, may not. Can't speak for it. PP US $4.99. Please check VE Chain. They have a huge partnership, Vet and Crow. Okay, we'll do that in just a few moments. Let's move over to the Nasdaq. Let's give our thoughts on this one. Has everyone been happy with the Nasdaq recently? I know I've been all right with this. It's been okay. I don't really mind the move. I don't think much has changed. So in my aspect of what the plan is here for the Nas, what the general concept is from the TA, look, it's been very aggressive, very strong, and I'm pretty happy about that. We've got our inverse head and shoulders, we've got our left shoulder, we've got our head, and we've got our right shoulder. We know that when that closed above, look, from a technical standpoint, we should have been moving to the 14.4-ish zone. I was using the FANG initially towards 5,000 as my main kind of yardstick to go along with it, but we know the FANG has actually been the strongest part of the NAS. So now we need the second thing to occur, which is all the hyper stonks that are in there to really start. Well, they're not really hyper ones that are in there because they're not in there yet, but we need them to start moving along more aggressively. So really a sector shift from getting out of just Google, Facebook, and those ones and moving over to the broader market in tech. And I think that will happen as this second little April bull run continues to eventuate. We've got earnings coming up in the US. We've got everything really going on in the next couple of weeks, and that will be usually a bit of hype and anticipation. And I don't expect earnings to be that bad. I think they'll be fairly strong for tech companies, and I think that's going to come through in the index. If we think about this at the resistance, it could come down to 13.3. But I do think that will be met by buying pressure. So 13.3 could come down. And I'm actually more looking towards the SPX. So this trend line here has done us pretty well. And this is the communities trend line. This is the area that I always look at. And when you're thinking about resistances, this is one of the best for finding the zones or the areas. Yeah, I like it a lot. So the community trend line is about to be reached. We've got 41.28, currently trading at 41.23 today. I expect something like a little bit of further bullish pressure, then a lowering of the amount of movement that's going through. So basically maybe it does this similar to last time. And then I'll be on the smaller time frames looking for lightning bolts to the reverse side. We'll go through it on this channel. We'll go through it in our videos. Remember to subscribe to the 1400 guys out there if you enjoy this content. And we'll be really following and breaking this down. But the community trend line is about to be hit. Now we need to see and interpret what is going on with that one. What is going on there? So I think the S&P, very, very interesting. Daily 20 on the pullback will be what I'm looking at. Daily 20, because last time, daily 20 was quite a good zone. And I always pay a lot of attention to the first touch after a nice move up. And that's what we've had, a very, very nice move up. People are saying volume is too low. I agree. I was going to put it in on the weekend video, and I forgot to edit it in there. Look, volume is low, but it's not unusual for volume to be quite low. People are saying, oh, it's the same as Christmas. Yeah, I get it, but there's plenty of times around. That's just like throwing a random stat at someone. It does happen time and time again with low volume in bullish days. Let's see what happens around the trend line. So PP wants to have a look here at VE chain. VE chain is VET on the charts. Supposedly they have huge partnerships with Crow, it looks like. Nice breakout of the 10, went to the 14. I have a feeling we have done this one quite a few times. By the way, Cake was a great one. We need to check out Cake. Someone did a super chat on that last week. That was phenomenal, that Cake trade. 10 cents was broken, was retested, then it moved up. It's hit 14. It's almost hit 14 point or 15-ish, and then it sold off just before. You'll have to go really small time frame here because look how far away. It's very extended, this one. What's the market cap of VET? Let me load the market cap up. This is insane, this one. Old Casper. VET's market cap, 8.65 billion. It's getting pretty big. Why does that have me worried, you may ask? Because you've got to put market cap into your consideration when you're thinking about how big something is. So you're talking about now a top 20 coin. You're talking about how much percentage can this put on after such a big move. Once it puts on like another 30-40%, you're talking about it being top 10 almost. So it's getting very, very, very close to where a lot of percentage will start downgrading out of this chart. And that's why I think you're probably into consolidation at this point. Looks like consolidation. Let's go the 8 hour. Let's go the 4 hour. Yeah, looks like consolidation. 4 hour has been the zone. So see here, 4 hour, no closure underneath. Continue watching the 4 hour. It has to bull here. It has to bull here. Otherwise, you're starting to degrade the first line. And once you do that, you can go back to 12. Once you go under the 20, most likely to the 12, hit the 50, do this for a little while. And there's some other signs here as well that I'm seeing. You go down to the 2 hour, you think about what's going on here, a little bit of lower high kind of territory. 1 hour, look, it's nasty. This is showing you weakness in the market. This is a good candle coming off the support at this stage on the 1 hour, but let's say it interacts again and sells off again. And if it does this, if it goes up and then it sells back down to this support, I'm telling you that is a weak sign. And back to the 12 we go. The market cap is very large for this. It might be a great coin, but percentage-wise, things are going to start slowing down. They won't be as insane as they were just from what's happened with other coins in the past. Good luck, PP. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you so much for the donation. Baba, yes, Dino, we will look at Baba soon. I know about the news. What about Doji? Don't talk to me about Doji. I loaded my phone today. I was like, oh, XRP is going so heavily. What's that telling us about Doji? And I looked and I went, they're going to grill me. Stupid Doji was up and it wasn't going down. PP says, I picked up 200k Doji at 0.02 and I'm holding. Oh man, you got diamond hands that I would not have on the Doji. This does not look bad, by the way, VE chain. It just looks like it could be in some consolidation. Look at this. Look at this. Michael, Japanese yen or yen 500. Hey, Tom, can you check out BAH? It's an established competitor to Palantir. Cool. In defense services. Looks like we'll break the 200 SMA. Okay, that's cool. This might be interesting for Booze, Alan Hamilton. Booze? Really? All right, let's see. You say breaking the 200 SMA. Probably if you can next time, tell me what time frame. Well, there it is, 200 SMA on the daily. Yes, it's getting very close. It's had a very large pullback. Great base. That's a good base. That's a good technical hold. Lots of wicking, lots of shorting coming through, but then a strength reoccurring in here. I like that. And if we bring this up and we scroll across the top here, we got our resist. I feel like that's actually the one I want to close. I like closing above the close, the bullish close here. Yes, this is all very bullish once you get past here. In fact, you could even argue if it hovers around here for a little while that this is an inverse. And I would be proofing that. We're going to proof it together as a community right now. Because if it does create a bit more of a right shoulder, then you're talking about taking this entire distance up is in the head to the neckline area, and then you want to proof it, and it won't proof to the top, but yeah, there's a lot of room here. I mean, what percentage room from even the break? 17.61% is nothing to sneeze at, and conservatively, or more conservatively, you got like a good 6% participation phase. So yeah, not bad. I do agree, things are looking a lot better. Go down the 4 hour and check it for you. Support currently found. This support over here, resistance, support. It's been acting technically. It's got an engulf. It's looking good. Thank you very much, Michael. Not bad. What the? Cappuccino. Hi, Tom. Have you gone over Binance offering Tesla fully backed on their platform? Could see crypto winnings put into Tesla without people occurring capital gains, etc. Wow, that's a strange thing, isn't it? I haven't looked into it, Cappuccino, but you know I love your name, so that's why I read it. You have to join the Stonk Squad right now, Cappuccino. You got to do it, man. I haven't really thought about that. But yeah, that's an interesting one. Maybe we'll check it out tomorrow. Tom, please give me some good examples of these cyclical value stocks. Like who is good? Well, who is trading a good example? I mean, look, when you're talking about cyclical value stocks, all you're doing is, let's say you're looking at materials during a super cycle, you'll just go and find the 2 or 3 top leaders in that area. So let's say you're looking at iron ore, it'd be BHP, it would be Rio in Australia, and then it would be Vale. And they're the 3 big ones. You just look at the big ones. That's all you got to do. Thumbs up to get hyped, says Mike Benevel. Absolutely, absolutely. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody's here. We have not. It's all good. Michael, super chatted 500 yen. We've done that one. Yep. James Hess, super chatted $5. ABML and SVL. Okay, let's have a look at those. So SVL, Silver Mines Limited. This was the one that you gave me the other day. Why are you bringing this back into my attention? This had the very little trade on it. So you'll notice here, market capitalization, 255 million. I don't think much has changed really if this is the same one. Very little, looks like volume trade. Average volume is puny. Very small volume, which is why you get these ugly looking charts. Look, you've got your support here at 18. There's nothing bad about this chart at this stage. It's broken through, but look at the chop. I mean, this is very hard. Very, very hard. I think I'll do the other one for you. It's impossible. AMBL. ABML, sorry. Oh, there we go. You ask and you will receive. Cappuccino, join the diamond hands. Could not be stopped, Cappuccino. I appreciate it, man. You got to make sure when you join the Discord community, you have that name, by the way. We already have Mayor McCheese. I'll never forget Mayor McCheese. And now I've got Cappuccino. It's very good. 165. What else do we need? We need the Colonel from KFC. They have to join the community as well. We need the Colonel. And then we need Chick-fil-A. 165 ABML. This chart is also very hard to read. So how big is this? 791 million, that is. pretty small volume trading. Other metals and minerals is in a pretty large decline as well. So there's no bullishness in this chart right now. It is all Bear Town City. Oh, it's so tough when you guys give me these stocks because they don't have what I would consider technical values. They're just like really, really, really tough. I appreciate the donation, but it is hard. What can I say? Like, I don't like this level. I like the fact it's up for you in the pre-market, I believe. Yeah, it's up quite good, 10%. Let's get it above 172 and you can feel a lot better about yourself. Then you're putting a base formation with the resistance or the peak getting taken out, and you're starting to say, all right, don't worry, guys. We found the falling knife. Get falling knives in the chat for this one because you guys know that is the falling knife of all falling knives. Everything that was put on earlier this year has been taken off. It was put on at exactly the wrong time as well, which usually means it's some kind of hype train that's been caused by Reddit or being caused by the retail community. That's what was happening back here. So I would hope it finds support here and it breaks back above 175. Then you can be happy and you can move towards your 250 range. And that's where you'll be moving. It'll be a lot better. $2, 250, some good percentages there. Good luck on this one and thank you for the donation. Cameron Chevalier, Super Chat, $5. NDAQ will get wrecked tomorrow when CPI numbers show month-over-month inflation. Suits will rotate into financials for earnings on Wednesday. There is the prediction from Cameron Chevalier. He says, no way will the Nasdaq do well. So that is NDAQ. Saying this thing will get, obviously he's talking about Nasdaq, the Nasdaq, but it will get wrecked after inflation comes through. Okay, well, it'll be interesting to see how it trades. So you're saying that that is tomorrow. So let's see how the session goes through today. Look, it could hurt it, but I'm not sure it'll be that big a deal. Again, Cappuccino, thank you for sponsoring. Chronically Sam, Super Chat New Zealand, $5. Thank you very much, Sam. CSIQ, moving house, end of the week, so might be missing for a few streams. On the background, just, load that thing up. Just put it on mute. Chuck the phone in the back. It's all good. So I thought I'd get some super chats in early, like the vid guys. Thank you so much, Chronically Sam. CSIQ. Canadian Solar. These companies starting to interest me, These solar companies, they're being slept on again. People don't like them. In December, they went crazy. Had a nice breakout this one as well. And this does look horrible on a chart initially. When you think about it, you think, what's going on here? Well, it's got a series of slightly higher lows. And it looks kind of like a giant weekly flag to what's the downside. See how it's compressing price, slowly going up, and everything comes down to the next couple of trading sessions for this one. Many other solar companies are getting obliterated back down to their previous November, August, July kind of prices. If this was to occur, let's have a look if this actually proofs through. No, it's even lower. That'd be terrifying. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But if we're thinking about where it is right now, it's on a higher low. It needs to bounce right now at this place. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's get this actually drawn up correctly. Yep. So it has to bounce here. I do not want it under this zone because at that point, you're talking about very heavy shorting and at least down back into these lows. I'm thinking actually more likely these lows. So I would like this to bounce today and then find further bullish pressure. And I would be very wary, Sam, about the top up here at 52. But I think that once you get through this point, remember, horizontal support and resistance, guys, is way more important than trend lines. Trend lines mean not much, but horizontal support resistance is the key to most of the trading patterns. And there it is, the resistance. No body closures on the 4 hour above here. So what I'd like is a bounce here, movement up, close above there, close, and then I don't care about this top end. And then it can continue moving up, take the distance between here, and that gives you a bit of a target range there. So that's CSIQ. Thank you again for the donation.
Guys, we're at 387 likes. We need a few more likes out there. Get us to 500. Let's get hyped for Monday. We are 45 minutes or a little bit under the 45 minutes away from the market open. It's not long now. We're seeing flattish US 500 now up 0.04%, up 1.6 points. We've got US 100 just up. We've got Alibaba. We're soon to look at. In fact, we'll do that right now since everyone's discussing the Alibaba news. Getting fined and going up. You think that's mad? But actually, it makes a lot of sense. It's basically saying, hey, it's okay. The government and Alibaba have sorted it out for now. And this happened to JD.com back in the past. It's happened to Alibaba before. It's happened to several companies. And all of a sudden, they're in the good books of the government. And maybe someone in the chat can tell us this. And then things start to get much, much better. Now, why does this matter? Because of where Alibaba's pricing is. Look at its pricing. Last week was a pretty horrible close. But this week, we are going through the bearish wicks. Look, if we close above these wicks, even on a day really, what are we telling? We are saying that all this horrible bearish intentions in the market, the price action is showing us the way. It's saying, no, no, no. This is now bullish again, right at the correct level of the support. So if you were thinking about Barber and you were saying, okay, well, do I like it a lot more now? Yes, it makes sense to like it more now than on Friday. And you might think, oh, I missed out and I could have bought it down there. There were risks. You've also got this great consolidation coming through and you've got a 240 resistance. So you need to be remembered, 240 resistance is key. And you've also got a lot of consolidation down here as well. But the percentage upside is pretty good. The percentage upside is pretty good. We're at 460, 59 likes, 459. Just a little bit more, guys. Just a little bit more. John Barnett, super chat of $5. Can you look at XL? We've got several $9 calls. Cool. Options are cool. Expiring May 21. Thoughts? Not financial advice, but I thought I was buying the reversal. All right, we'll check it out. Exactly. Education content, guys. Try not to give me too much about what the hell you're doing with it because that makes it a little bit too scary. I prefer it when you just tell me, hey, I just want you to do the technicals on this particular stock or this particular coin or whatever else. That makes it a lot better. I don't want to know your specific situations whenever possible. Let's have a look at XL Fleet. So, thought you were buying the reversal. So you were buying, where were you buying? Wait, you bought $9? Here. I assume you bought here. How'd that happen? 4 hour? Not good. Whoa, we've got a new member coming in here. Sherlock Holmes. That's a good name. We can have Sherlock Holmes in the community. Sherlock Holmes joining with a picture of a cat wearing a tie, I think. That's pretty good. I don't mind it. I do want KFC to join the room, though, and Chick-fil-A. Sherlock Holmes, welcome to the Stonk Squad. Thank you so much for joining, and I do appreciate your patronage, I guess you would say. $8.06 here for XL, $7.93. This chart does not look cool. Producer manufacturing electrical products. That weekly is bad. It's come back to the 10, probably a SPAC or something based on the fact that it did all this 10 thing. I don't know what it is. That's not good. That is not good. Like that it finds resistance and then sells off and starting to degrade again. I mean, this is another falling knife candidate, unfortunately. When in the future, when you think you're going to pick up base levels, I mean, obviously you've got a call, so you've got your fixed structure risk anyway. You're looking for lightning bolts, double bottoms, patterns that tell you things are changing. Unless you have done the fundamentals and you say, I like this zone. Let's say you like this zone and you say, I like this zone. I'm interested in buying it here. I'm going to buy it here. Well, that's fine because you're just going to buy the falling knife anyway. You're happy with that. And you're happy to hold it, hodl it, whatever. But yeah, usually you want a little bit more base. This daily was bad. That 4-hour and daily rejection wasn't great. I would see how it goes around this zone, being the 750 that probably will reach. If it now can move up and then close above 942 with the body close, I think it will break 10 and you'll be starting to talk about base in, move to the next level. Unfortunately, XL is looking kind of weak right now. Look for bullish intentions. We need bullish closing for you this week up here. You've got May, you've got time, I guess. And then at that point, you can start to move back into your 10, back into your 12 territory. Lightning bolt. That's what you want. Check the 4-hour, check the 2-hour, and check the daily. Sherlock Holmes, again, welcome. Christ X, Super Chatted Singapore, $2. Hi, Tom. Can you have a look at BNB, please? Binance Coin. Yes, I know. We will. Let's look at Binance Coin. Very good. A lot of people have been buying this one. They love this coin. I've never owned Binance Coin. Maybe I should have, but I never have. Binance Coin hitting some mega prices on the weekend. So someone said they had this from $20 or something. That was pretty good. Holding it through. I was a fan of it during 17. I thought it was good. I just didn't end up buying it, which is a bit of a shame. Should have hodled that one because it actually held quite well through all the years being Binance Coin. It's pretty hyperextended here. Now, it's only done this once. So here's the hyperextension as far as I see it. Because look, think about that hyperextension. That is very far away from the 20. Whenever it's hit, look, it's moved to the 20, moved to the 20, moved to the 20 along its glorious journey up. Then it goes, no, don't worry about that. We're going way higher. Now, that's not unprecedented because over here, it did the same thing. It just went crazy up, hit 348, and then sold off fairly heavily. The 20 found first support. So will the 20 find support? Yes, if it moves down. What I'd be doing though is I'd go into the 2-hour. I'd go into the 1-hour. I'd go into even smaller time frames. I'd go into the 15 minutes. And I would understand how it had been moving up. So the fact that it's already broken, so it kind of hit this, found buying pressure, hit it, bought a little bit barely, and then went down. I feel like the move is over here on Binance Coin. Again, market capitalization has dictated this one, and I think that it's due to go back to the daily 20. Okay, the daily 20. I know that's far away, but the daily 20 is catching up with it. So it will probably meet with that, and I do feel that while this is a great trade, and congratulations to you for analyzing this little pattern correctly, and realizing that when it breaks out, it's going to be going very aggressive, I think it's kind of over. I do. Too far. Binance Smart Chain is taking over. That's why the surge, I predict it goes to 2K by the end of the year. Could certainly go much higher, but I think before then, we are due a little pullback back down to that point. So probably around like 500 psychological will be where it meets it. Let's have a think about this. Didn't care about 500 before. 20, pull back a little bit, move up. Yeah, I just think it'll hit the daily 20. There's no real reason why it won't hit the daily 20 and won't give you a pullback zone. Let's see how we're going on the 500 likes. We are there, guys. Let's do it. Let's get a little bit hyped here. We're back to the old screen. So unfortunately, things have gone back to normal, but I'll have it fixed for you tomorrow. So let's check this out. You guys ready for Monday? I know I am. 1,533 people in the audience, in the chat, ready for Stock Market Open. Let's do it, guys. Let's get hyped for the Monday Open. Oh, yeah. Still love this thing. Oh, yeah. That's us. Every day of the week. I just wanted to point out something about this. Where are we? Okay, one sec. We're going through it. What do you think about it? I love this one so much.
I can't trust you guys when you sold at the wrong price, yeah? It's so true. Very good. All right, let's move on back over here. We're back. Pump, JJ Crypto says, absolutely. Whoop. Wait a second, I moved to the wrong scene. You guys were getting a lot of it today. John Lumpkin says, love the channel. Thank you so much. Remember, join in the Discord community. We are closing in on 3,000 public and private members in there. So we've got a lot of people. Join on in on the fun. Share the memes. Get included in that stuff. Do whatever you really want in there, as long as you don't spam and do other crazy things that are against the rules. But it's great to see so many people coming in from the community, and it's awesome what we've started together. So I'm very, very happy with that. All right, let's go back around the markets. Let's do a quick check here because we are here for market open. We've got green. Alibaba will be number one today. I don't think it can be overtaken at this stage. 6.53%, 237. Moderna, 2.33%. And then we've got Match Group, Regeneron, Tesla, 1.43. What price is that? 686. 700. 700. That's what we're laser eyeing on Tesla this week. Chipotle doesn't seem to want to stop. It's always in this green area. Berkshire Hathaway, Goldman Sachs, a few of the banks coming into the earnings with earnings season kicking off very, very soon. Let's go back to the watch list. Speculation. Are Tilray still getting beaten down? Okay, not as bad as it was. 6.73% on Tilray, 18.43. That's bad. Afria 7.43, Sundial only 0.75. So what is this? Is this some news about them losing a deal, or what exactly is going on? Oh, it's earnings. I didn't even know. Nasty earnings. Oh. Nasty earnings. Palantir, 24.67. Things are looking really good here for Palantir. Close above the magical 24 on Friday. Things are looking better. Remember, news on 16th of April for Palantir. Continue to watch that story. GameStop, another red day. I'm still feeling that thing down to 120, unfortunately. 120 was the last support. Maybe it continues to grade down in that area. Bad earnings, John Barnett says. Yes, very bad earnings. BTC still moving. 60,426. Very cool. Let's get back down there. What a rejection. So sweet. I love watching rejections like that. ADA 131. Still putting pressure on that top side. XRP 138. It's good. Mara doing numbers, and BTC, it's crazy. East Coast CEO says yes. Scott Garnham says APHA ER isn't terrible, just not as good as last quarter. The stock market only wants good, better, bigger, better. There's no going back in a stock that has very high valuations. Mountain Fortress says, damn, the weed stock's going back to nothing. Lol, maybe next year. I think they'll have resurgence on them this year throughout time. I do, but I do think that the thing with these weed stocks is they burn cash, and I've said that several times. They're hard to hold. They're better to maybe trade and then bail. I was wrong, by the way. PLTR double click demo is 14th of the 4th. Bradley back. You lied to me, Bradley. That means we've been talking about bad information. 14th, guys. I went with you there, Bradley. Bradley, what are you doing, man? Giving us the wrong dates. I went with you on that one. Oh, no. 14th of the 4th, not 16th of the 4th. Wow, you make me look like a moron, dude. That's all right. I want CCIV to go back up, says Ben Ferguson. Yeah, well, it will happen. You just need the others to all get a bit better. Let's check out Neo. I want to look at Neo now. You've made me think of Neo. 38.11. Oh, pre-37.93. This thing is sick. It just continuously shows us sick, disgusting close days all the way through here. Let's go to the 4 hour. It's so annoying. Look, that is a trend line I would literally just like chuck on there. I want to see strength above 40 again. Closure on the daily above 40. Otherwise, I'm not even going to bother looking at the Neo chart unless it's giving me a 34 alert.
in this zone here, it's so disinteresting. Boring. Unfortunately, that is not a zone we want to be looking at. Truly Messiah says, yep, not the 16th. It's 14th for the double click on PLTR. Oh, my goodness. Gregory Eros says, so nice to find a channel that talks about stocks and not politics. Oh, we don't do that here. In the morning. You're now my go-to channel in the morning, and I always hit the like button. I appreciate that, Gregory. No. Come on, man. We don't want to talk about politics, man. No politics. No one ever agrees, and everyone gets pissed off. It's easier to talk about candlesticks. That's what we do. So, inverse head and shoulders here on the US 10-year. It's actually a pattern, if you can believe it. Look at the little US 10-year. Looking towards the bull side too. Little bullish hammer here on the 4-hour. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. You could probably go down the smaller time frames and look at better. Yes, it's a very important zone that's coming back up to. So 10-year treasuries, 167.6. I'll actually be looking at that today, funnily enough, and I will pay some attention to it. You guys know I don't care about the treasury until the treasury yields get above 1.95 to 2. I don't care. It's all noise to me. Until we get above 1.95 to 2, then I care. At this stage, no care. Do not care. AMD and TSM. Let's have a look at AMD. I'm interested in that one. Advanced Micro Devices. Supposedly Intel, the new CEO, is doing things. He's taken that horrid company, Intel, and he's making things happen. I'm very excited for what's on the horizon actually for Intel, and I'm sure shareholders will be, because it's been a sleeping, horrible investment for so long with the boom and the bust and the terrible transactions. This one a little bit differently. This is going to be a great one to watch this week because we're coming up to a new zone. So we've basically got this 84 resistance. We need to close above that so we can put the double bottom to rest. And we can say, okay, support found, peak resistance, further recovery in sight. It's going to be pretty good. What's the distance here? Let's take the distance together. I like good distance trades. About that. Does it proof? Ooh, it probably does proof with the lows actually taken in. So 94. Nice. I like proof. And what proof means, and I termed it, I'll call that the Tomism of the channel. Effectively what you're doing is you're taking the lows, you're taking the pattern, and then you're trying to extrapolate that pattern out. And when it does so, it should go into a point of resistance or a point of support. When that happens, guys, yes, we're on. We can check it out. What's going to happen to ticker labels in the background? What do you mean? These labels. I love these labels. These are just things that we look at all the time. Gold, 1740 to start off the week, right on the middle of nowhere zone. Daily, you can see it's finding that daily 20. Daily 20, very important to continue watching this week. Buying. I want it above 1760, otherwise I don't care about gold. I need it above that zone. We'll continue watching it. Silver's the same story. Dollar index, pressure on the 92 after J-Power comments. I haven't even mentioned this one today. Look. Oh my goodness, that looks so bearish. Rejection, and now further pressure on the downside. That is looking pretty bad. 4 hour. Okay. Man, it looks really bearish. But it's not through yet. Let's continue watching this one throughout probably the next couple of days. Yeah, that dollar index, it's waiting power. More J-Power this week. J-Power won't get off TV this week. I'm telling you. Look at this. It's J-Power Fest. Where's more J-Power? He's later on here. J-Power talking. There he is. Thursday, my time, 2 a.m. He's out again. If it wasn't for him this week, and earnings, it's not that much going on. 10-year bond auction might be interesting. That's happening on the Tuesday event. So all of that's going to be good. But yeah, dollar index right into the support here. We have a donation I totally missed. Sorry, Mike H. Super chat of $4.99. MP Materials, please. Let's do that one. MP Materials. Mike, always a good supporter of the stream. I don't know how I missed you there, but I've got you back now. This is a good one. We checked this out with you last week. Everything continues to be good. Good, really nice daily close. So that daily close higher than all the other daily closes. Now, I don't care about this one so much or this one. It's all about those bullish closes on the return. It's looking quite bullish. 4 hour. 4 hour has been higher, so I would still consider that. But I'm starting to like it quite a lot from the perspective of it's doing the right things. You've got your low, you've got your stop loss low where they've taken out all of the kind of weak hands here, I guess you would think. You've got your lightning bolt really establishing itself, not with a new high yet. So I would like it to get through this point, this 37. And once that occurs, then you can really think this is in play. And your next targets, I mean, you've got your 40, just psychological, and then really, I think more into the 45. It's looking good there, Mike. There's not much to say that you don't like this thing. It's strong across the board. Higher lows. Yeah, it looks good, man. Looks really good. Printer Go Brewer says Mage Q. Yes. 1,523 viewers here. Welcome. Good morning. Are you ready for everything? Daniel Hollander says, bye DXY. That's right. The dollar index weakening heavily through the session. So we've done our US 100. We know the community trend line on the SPX. For anyone that's missed it, the community trend line is very, very important to look at. We will be laser-eyed all over the top up here, watching every little point. I haven't even cared about the S&P 500 since we hit down here, because I was just like, yeah, all right, we're going long on it. But basically now it's what occurs at this point that's important. With the FANG reaching the first milestone, so if we go to the FANG have getting close to the first milestone, which is 5,000. They're actually behind, even though I've got this massive move, they're behind everything to do with that community trend line. So this was the initial inverse head and shoulders. It completely smashed that. 4.8 what it was. It's extended past to 4.844. If the FANG continues towards 5,000, that should push it through the community trend line theoretically. So earnings is probably going to be the catalyst this week for either that trend line just busting through or it being respected. Look at the smaller time frames and we'll be there checking it out. Have we done IWM yet? No, we haven't. Let's have a look at IWM. Nothing looking bad here. Rejection off the previous resistance, becoming support. This is the Russell, for anyone that doesn't know what the hell IWM is. I kind of forget that sometimes. I get a bit technical. So yeah, Russell 2000, small cap companies usually follow after a larger move on the bigger market. So you'll notice that the Russell actually pulled up after the recovery, was going well, and then the Russell went into mega psycho phase through the back end of last year. Have a think about this. Put it on the monthly. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Look at the returns in November. Whoa. It's almost inhuman for an index to do this outside of Asia. In Asia, the indices go crazy, but in Western culture, they don't usually go. There's nothing quite like the Asian markets, guys. When you get into them, oh my goodness, it's insane. The pumpy dumpy is real on every stock. Even look at Tencent. We'll load Tencent up soon. You'll see the pumpy dumpy on a big stock there. Yeah, I like this. Looks good. Nice amount of bullish kind of pressure. Looks like we're going to open slightly higher in the pre, 0.05. It just needs to get a little bit above here, and I'm sure some day traders will start to poke it up there, and you're looking at a higher point. Some people have been saying, Tom, what about the head and shoulders capabilities here? So if you get rid of this line, it becomes a little bit more apparent and possible. Check out the daily. So what they're saying is left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline. Yeah, but that's so far away. You're going to need a crash down to 208 again, and then you're going to need to close down here and then follow on. Hey, we'll talk about it if it happens. But at this stage, where is the market telling us that? That's like, I like the chess. That's like 3D chess. You're thinking ahead, but we're not there yet. We are not there yet. You guys on the head and shoulders here? I'm not on the bandwagon yet for that one. Big week for GME, says Clash Clans. Really? Dude, your ticker watermark is off. Oh, man. I'm sorry, dude. Thank you for telling me. There you go. Happy? Actually, you guys like a big watermark? So if I put watermark on, if I make it a bit more prevalent, do you like that? That's too bright, isn't it? Do you like a big watermark or a slightly softer one? So that's kind of like a more deep watermark, and that's the one I usually have. I like that one. I think that was pretty good. Watermark is on. Kevin N says, hey, Tom, I was talking about your watermarks for the stocks is off now, and Luck really wants to see IRDM. Okay, IRDM. Let's do it. Iridium Communicators. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. That's a cool chart. So I like cool charts. What is this? Wireless. Stupid wireless telecommunication. Why couldn't I not have looked at the sector it's in? Wireless communications. 5.76 billion. Yeah, you've done a stellar job here finding a good one. It's got a lot of the things that we look for in a chart, and I like it straight away. Sometimes I look at things and I'm like, ooh, nice, dude. Yeah, we've got the support. We've got the consolidation coming into the break. You know, I like that. We have the breakout. Yes, that's nice. The strength, I don't think it'll probably proof. If we took the trend line, we extrapolated this one off, doesn't really proof with anything. So that's not really what I'm interested in. But I would think somewhere around 50 would be the target regardless. Just psychological. 50 makes sense. Yeah, this looks really, really good on this time frame. Let's go the 4 hour. Looks good again. There's not much to hate, man. And even these. Speaking of which, I believe I was meant to do two. Someone messaged me that's a member of the community, the private one, and they told me to look at something. And I said I would. Let me find it. Okay, so this is for you, Truly Messiah, KGC. I think I saw you before. Kinross Gold. Gold company. Will trade like gold. Lightning bolt complete. Resistance found. I'll just do this real quick for you. Resistance found. Yes. The resistance is a problem. It's trading just like gold. Look at spot, look at spot, look at spot. When spot gets through that 1760, if that occurs, this will trade a lot better, being a gold company and trading off that. So it's at resistance just like gold is. I don't think there's much else to have a look at there. And SHLX, Shell Midstream. Okay, this one is doing a lot better. Weekly moved up. No doubt. Closure above slightly. Not enough for me. Good candles. It looks like it wants to move up further. I prefer not taking those kind of breakouts, but this little consolidation down here would have been nice on the smaller time frames, and that retest is really good. So you know it's acting technically, and look to that when you're thinking about taking breakouts, because if it wasn't acting technically down here, why would you expect it to be acting technically up here? Long leg doji. Probably look for a little bit of a close up here and then movement towards the 15. And if that's all you need to get out of it, that looks good. 15, I'm concerned about. 1550 would be your top end range before pullback. Good luck. Watch the daily 20 as well for pullbacks if you want to get a cheaper price. But yeah, long leg doji, look for a close above into the 15 would be the next zone. So Truly Messiah, sorry for missing you before, but that is what we're looking at. We are now only 14 minutes away. Oh my God, we need to dial in. We haven't been dialing in. So we've got up a few here. We've got dollar index down there. Let's get rid of that. We don't need no dollar index. Let's get the community to vote, guys. Slam it in the chart. Which one do you want on the left-hand side over here? Give me
the ticker that you would like to see, and we'll watch that through. I'll watch GME this morning. Why not? Let's have a look. This thing's almost off my list. I gotta tell you, I'm kind of like, I know there's so many people that love GME, but I'm watching, but I need to see something because my technical analysis is getting, it's kind of like, you know, sitting in the zones, between the zones right now. Still 157. I would like this to either make it, like, you know, it looks weak to me, unfortunately. I think it could go to 120. I'd love it to bounce off that, though, and go to your moon and 420 and all those type of numbers. But yeah, this does still look relatively weak. If it's going to bounce, maybe 157, these previous little resistance highs. It's never done it before, but you never know. Big news, I heard. So big news is good. News can be catalysts that can completely destroy all of that type of stuff. Let's see what people are saying. John Sparrow says, Tom. What, John? What, man? What do we need, John? What am I missing? Where's your comment? Is that the code you want to put down here? Amazon, haven't done that one either. Got a couple of donations to do. Square taking... Oh, I got to say, I'm so happy with Square. So happy. PLTR, Barber. Yeah, Barber should be watched. Why are we not watching Barber? All right, Barber can go over here. Barber can go over here. We've got US 100 over here. And it looks like the community that wants to put Dogecoin there, but I don't. So Barber and PLTR. All right, so 687. I might actually watch Tesla, and then I'll chuck PLTR straight on once we open as well, once we see the open on GME. Tesla here, 677, pre-market 687. Let's go around again. What do we got going on here? Bad news, or not bad news, but not up to market standard on Afria Tilray. That's why that's not going so well. Palantir 2.29, Riot Blockchain 5.96. Thank you, Bitcoin. Molecular data, Mara will be up as well through that. I'll add that in there tomorrow for you guys. Come over here. Alibaba, the story of stonks. This is the one. Chinese government fined them lots of money, but it doesn't matter because now it's that we're all friends again. That's what it means. And Wall Street have started to recognize this pattern, and that's why they're happy with it, pushing it through some resistance. Be wary of the 240 resistance. I think that's a big problem for Barber today. And I'll actually start looking at this chart quite a lot more. Teladoc Health up 0.51. Nothing much else going on. Tesla is probably doing one of the best in the morning, up 1.47. That's good to see. 11 minutes to go here. Let's get the watermark on for this and do these donations. So we've got here, Knock Knock says, what do you think about Tesla shares being sold on Binance now, no fees? I think it's big news, Knock Knock. I think it's good. Some people will probably blow it out of proportion to be like, it's amazing. Everyone's going to buy Tesla. Look, if you wanted to buy Tesla and hodl it, you were going to be able to buy it anyway. It will open up people taking coin money at some stage and buying Tesla, which is a big, a lot of millennials and you guys and even myself, like a lot of people will own Tesla and also trade crypto. So it's a very quick bang, bang, 1-2 combo, get out of Bitcoin, take some profits, but hodl some Tesla. I think that's good. I don't know how much of an effect it has. I'd probably need to see the metrics of how much exactly is owned by retail of Tesla. Does anyone know that actually in the room? Harry, come out, Harry. I need you to come in the room right now. And you need to tell us, dude, what's going on? How much percentage is owned by retail right now? Right now. I want to know that figure. So Knock Knock, yes, I thank you for the super chat, $5. I do think it's cool and big news. I think it has a couple of percentage points monetary effect. And over the long term, if crypto gets really crazy, it's a big benefit. The higher crypto gets, the more chance that people will take some profit off the table and put it into Tesla. If it gets crushed, I think it's not really that much of a positive. Kara Marga, super chat at $4.99. Can you look at NEE? I certainly can. Thank you very much, Kara, as well, for your continued support. We are up to 654 likes. Thank you so much, guys. By the way, guys, do you prefer this thumbnail that I use with my face, I guess, or do you prefer the other spacey thumbnail? Let me know in the chat right now. It does help out. We do have a thumbnail competition if anyone wants to enter it.
I don't know how to do art, so your help is needed whenever possible. If you're a graphics artist, message me. I'm always interested to see your work and check it out. If you've got cool skills, I'm prepared to pay a little bit as well. Don't worry. 77.93 here for knee. Good breakout. Weekly close above. All of this weird consolidation. Go to the daily. Yes, I like it. I think there could be pullback after a breakout like that. Very strong. Lots of moving averages underneath. Now you got the 20 and the 50. This is an electric utilities company. Looks good. Looks good. Resistance. Yes. Breakout. $80 is your target. You know that already, I'm sure. From a technical perspective. But the problem is 77.94. Is that worth it? I like it like this. Bang. Very good chart. Very good chart. No problems with this chart. Lots of base formation, lots of resistance, breakout strong. There's no sense of weakness here in the chart. And I'm not saying it stops at 80. I just think that's the next level for it. So that's a good chart. And Kara, you're on the right track here. 20 and 50 coming through, acting as dynamic support as well, which should plug losses if they do start to occur. Technical losses, of course. And yeah, it looks good. There's nothing wrong there. Elizabeth Shue, super chat, $2.99. Tom, what are your thoughts on HOFV for entering? These things. These NFT things. Oh, man. What did I say? I said these things are pumpy dumpy. Look, can we get a 3? Is that possible? Can we get a 3? Then it's cool. Entering at this price, $4. That's a falling knife. That is a falling knife. I think the problem with NFTs is I like them a lot. I like a lot of things. I like collectibles market coming with an NFT. I kind of like this VR thing. I mean, for anyone that doesn't know, this is not unprecedented. People were buying like literal cities years ago, Second Life or whatever it was called, for like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and millions of dollars. So it makes so much sense in the digital games, VR, crazy field that people are going to knock it out of the park and make tons of money. The question is, can you be, and it even makes sense to be attached to cards. Like I think it could be attached to Pokemon cards, Magic cards, obviously sports cards, everything else. I'm not sure if this is this one, but or one of these. But yeah, that's the type of thing. These NFT plays make sense. It's too early, in my opinion, to pick which one. And that's why I think you're basically just like looking for pumpy and dumpy, and that's the main thing. $4 is a support, but it's not looking good because it's pulled back again. It's your first level. Your real level, though, is about $3.20. It's about $3.20. So $3, $3.20, that's where you expect this thing to actually come back to if the hype continues to die off. And not many people have asked me about NFTs recently on the chat. So if that makes sense, people are sleeping on it again. I'm not sure if you'll ever get that hype in it again either. So down here is where I see it going. Watch the daily close today. It's going to be very important. If it closes where it is, 397, not so good. What did people say? 55% retail MC on Tesla. All right, I'll go with that stat. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Triple Q Knee says, you are my idol. Or an idol. You an idol. I'm not sure about that. But thank you. MC, 55% retail on Tesla. All right. 55 from Luke as well. Thank you for sharing with us, guys. Well, with that much percentage ownership in retail, Harry's come in here. Tesla got another upgrade from Canaccord with price target 1,071. Is that affecting it? No. But that would probably came out already. So 1.53% there. Tesla 55% retail money there. That's pretty good. I mean, if it's on Binance, 55% retail money, hey, no problems with that one, is there? It's just good news. It's not bad news. It's good news. And the higher BTC, Ethereum, and altcoins run, the more, hey, let's take some money out here. I love Elon. Let's buy a little bit of Elon as well. Give a bit of love back. So we've got GME coming in, guys, 157.85 on the pre. Little bit of weakness. Supposedly some big news for this one this week. The charts show weakness at this stage, down to the 120. And bull action would be to get back into this plus 173. But really, I think you need above 200 to really get that adrenaline shot back in the arm here for this one. Barber 238 off the back of the China news, which is of course around the fact that they've fined them and people think that's negative. It's a positive. We are allowed. They've been given the green light. Do business again. We're all cool. We're all cool. We got you. We got you. We made you pay. You will not do what you did last time. No, no, no. It's time now to be the business and make the sweet money. So 687 pre here for Tesla and US 100, 13,812. If you were just looking at this index, you would be bored as. But luckily, we don't just look at that one because that would put me to sleep. Another quick one for the 1450 viewers. We've got 3 minutes to go. Guys, I want to know your thoughts right now in the chat. Do you prefer this to be everything? We cover the crypto. We cover the stocks. Even if you like crypto and stocks, are you guys interested? We cover oil, commodities. I don't care. Whatever's good for the day. Do you like that about the channel? Yes or no? Hype song time, Tom. All right, let's do it. Why not? And then, yes, I'll do Amazon. You've been very diligent on asking for Amazon. We'll do it. All right, guys. Monday morning. Cheers to you all. Glorious Square. Such a glorious stock. So good. Love Square. Who do I kid? I love all this stuff. Oh yeah. Hot dang, we are ready to go. All right. Now, I said I'd do Amazon. We got, whoa. Yeah, we got 1 minute. We can do Amazon. We can get it done. Amazon? Where are you? Oh, Amazon. You're a feisty one. It's getting up there. Okay, so we've got about 20 seconds to do Amazon. Let's find the resistance here. 33.72. Yeah, looks pretty good. Oh, man. It looks like it wants 3.5. Really does. Another day of green close. That's going to need it. We are 24 seconds away. Let's get back over there. Amazon looks good, but I think it's hit resistance. I feel like it should have a pullback here. A little bit of a pullback followed by more green pressure. Here we go, guys. I don't have the opening bell because I'm a noob today, so I'll just sing it for you. 8 seconds. I'll just go now. Ding, 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 ding. And we're off for Monday. That's how quick I just got home. I'm telling you, for this stream. 682 Tesla, but I wouldn't leave you hanging. I would not leave you without doing this. So Tesla's open 0.81 down. GME's open 0.52, 0.73 down. US 100 has opened basically flat 0.18 and US 500 opening up here. You can see it 0.01. IWM finding the strength here. As expected, there should be a little bit of push through into the Russell instead. Dollar index 92.08, playing with the 92 zone. Very important. I'll be continuing to watch the dollar index. BTC 60,417 and ADA 1.3. Hit that 1.33 resistance. Knocked off it a few times. Once it gets through, you guys know Cardano to the 1.47. Tesla now 684. It's all around. Let's go over to what's actually going on in the markets. Percentage change. I'm interested. Alibaba 6.48. So it's holding. It's 238-ish zone. That has a 240 resistance on it. That's what I'll be watching throughout the session. I'm more interested in Alibaba than I was last week. I'm very interested now. Very interested in the charts. Before, I could not have cared because it was too risky for me. Concept-wise, you were only really scaling into you want to hold it and you're prepared to take that risk on. If you weren't, hey, that's the game. It's risk. Tesla, yes, these are the greens. The reds, Okta, Qualcomm. This got downgraded by some
Some psycho downgraded Qualcomm, and it's caused it to go down 1.44%. Still a decent chart though. Spotify, Baidu, CGen. Let's have a look at the more stonk kind of things. What's going up? What's going down? Oh, Afria copping 12% in the pre. Oh God, look at it. I feel bad for weed stock holders. 12% is not cool. That is bad. Sundial coming along for the ride, but turns out Sundial's back under $1. That's not good for it. AMC 0.31, Palantir holding a 1. Likes that Afria result. I haven't read it yet, but yes, unfortunately, all the weed stocks, they've got a report. The report is bad. Well, it's not bad, but it's not good enough for Wall Street, and that's what happens. All of a sudden, you get the pull-off pressure. Crypto and hyper stonks, I could do with less fossil fuels. Oh, this is Glenn's portfolio, it sounds like. But get that it ties market direction. The distinction that fossil fuels is a dying industry needs to be hammered constantly. Yeah, it will be an industry that slowly goes out. And as you see it, what will happen is each rally, each resurgence will be less. Look at coal. Just go check out coal charts, and coal will be the best. Bradley Back says, love Tom's random. Oh, yeah, in the middle of the intro. I love the intro, dude. Nothing good. People like the variety, hype, great stream, yeah, all that type of stuff. That's good. Yes, please cover everything. Good, because I get all that type of stuff. That's good. Yes, please cover everything. Good, because I get bored otherwise. When you've done the market for 12 years, you go insane if you don't look at everything. It's like going to a picnic and only having one piece of food. I don't want one piece of food. I want at least 5 offerings. Or a buffet is probably the better one. You go to a buffet and there's only one food? No, it's a buffet, dude. It's not a one piece US 100 offering. That's like watching paint dry. So Barber is doing well. Watch the 240 today, guys. That's going to be the key zone. Let's have a look at the Palantir. Where's the Palantir? 1.87. I said I'd do the Palantir. Amazon, oh, back to green. Look, the thing with Amazon is we knew from here to here was very strong. This was mega participation phase central craziness. Now we're saying, well, wait a second. We've horizontally hit some key points in the past. Don't worry about this red candle. It doesn't matter. The red candle doesn't matter. It's the closes that are key. So when you closed outside here, you're starting to say, hey, we're not done yet. We're ready to go more. And more equals 3,500. I'm not kidding. That's actually where it equals. More equals 3,500. I feel with this kind of acceleration, though, yeah, you can't put anything past the FANG. Maybe a little pullback, but look, I'm not out. If I'm trading, I was out here already. If I'm going to keep holding it here, well, you know, there's technicals to say up to the 35. So check out Palantir. I want to do Palantir. Thank you to the 1361 viewers here. Remember, guys, if you haven't subscribed, click it. You just got to click it when you can. And Palantir is looking really good. Lightning bolt coming through here with this new high. I would like Palantir to have a green whole day. I don't need it to be high green. I don't need it to be like any higher than where it opened. But I would like it to be green, even if it's a little long leg doji. I don't care. Just get me a green day above 24 and ideally above that 24, whatever it was, 40 open. Because otherwise with Palantir, it's showing us again another weakness day, and I hate that. I hate opening up, retail community's hyped, and then the Wall Street's like, no. It's not worth that much, guys. So get us above here. Just to close above here, please. I'll watch the session. I'll cover it tomorrow, of course. All right, guys. Well, it looks like we've caught up. We've obviously entered into the market here. Just because it's the start of the week and I am pretty tired based on what I've been doing the last couple of days. I do need to probably go right now. Thank you so much for the support though recently. We'll be making a video tomorrow. It's got a jam-packed week of content. People in the private community, I know I didn't do the hangout today, but the hangout will come. I will jump in there tomorrow. I'll be talking something about something and I'll record it. I'll put it in there and the private community will get that. So don't worry, guys. It is coming. Unfortunately, it's been a hectic kind of time, but I'm always here for you. All right, Tesla, good. Let's get above 700 over the next 2 sessions, ideally today. I'm just really wanting to see a 700. That'll solidify it, and for Neo fans, that'll bring Neo back in, hopefully, and the rest. Baba, 240, 240, 240. Keep watching the zone. And BTC seems to be in a very good zone to push through the rest. Cardano as well. I mean, I could say more, but you just go through the stuff that we did today. There's plenty in there. Tommy, what are your plants today? Is my plant sick? Oh my God. It's dying, guys. It's dying. I need a plant whisperer. No, it's all right. I need to change the pot we were talking about on the weekend. I'll bring in a different plant for you guys maybe tomorrow. You might get a plant upgrade. I'll show you. GME to the moon, says Johnny Knoxville. GME is like how you got in on the dip. Is it? I'm not sure. I'm confused with that one, but that's all right. Catch you guys. See you tomorrow. And thanks so much. Bye for now. I like Anthony's comment here just because it's funny. Anthony says, my Afria down 11%. He says, ha ha. Oh well, it's time for him to buy more. At least you believe, man. That's the thing. I'm not saying that's the best belief, but if you believe, you have to see things as an opportunity, yeah? Always go with that.